Yeah. Hello, hello! Hey Kimberly, and hello Tani, and hello Alam. Ah, such a nice, so nice to see you all again. It's I am really looking forward to this stream again. Some nice arts. Today we will be drawing something from a fairy tale. There is a convention in Mexico, Confuror, and they are looking for comic book submissions. And I thought it would be fun to actually do comic book submissions here every now and then. And this is their team is basically related around fairy tales. So that's yeah. And I thought, well, there are quite some Disney fans here in the chat. Let's do something with fairy tales, because Disney and fairy tales always had a little bit of an overlap. Also, Rocky Icy Meerkat, hello! Also, Alain Aguilar, thank you very much for the artwork, by the way. I was very positively surprised with the awooga. That was very fun. Thank you so much. Also, Vita Cordes, welcome to the chat. Hello, hello. And this time, I actually posted the messages on the socials because I completely forgot that last time. So, there's that. Rain, hello. Nice to see you as well. And Otter! Mickey Potter! Hello! Welcome. Busy crowd. I like that. And a boop to you too, Rocky Icy Meerkat. Well, today the music will be Tropical Bangers. That's the playlist. So nicely in tropical stuff. And we also see Rain says, I made a flan yesterday. Flan, what was that again? Flan. I'm not familiar with the English word. Could be that I had a long day at work though. But knowing that you made it, that's most likely it will be very tasty. Ah, crème caramel! Oh yeah, that will definitely be tasty. Kimberly also says, I also like the Three Little Pigs. Ah yeah, the Three Little Pigs. And the funny part is, all the different versions of the Three Little Pigs that you have. And they're all so fun. I always love their little twist on it. Rain says it's like a pudding. Oh, a pudding. Okay, still. Creme caramel pudding, you got my attention. And Mugib says, I hope you're doing good, Thabo. I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking. Vita says it's kind of like a creme brulee. Oh gosh, I mean, I just already had some delicious dinners. Some delicious norms. Well, just regular spaghetti, but nice spaghetti. I mean, my roommate, he is really good with cooking. Hey Joel, jackalope! Rain says I sent you an image of it. I will check that out after the stream. I'll definitely look into it because it's delicious food. And Kimberly says, no wonder Disney wanted to make fairy tales into animated movies. Yeah, there are various reasons for it. Walt Disney always loved his animations, and also the fairy tales. They didn't have the issue with the copyrights, and a lot of people already knew them. And if you do it well, and Disney sure did, you get some magic on the screen. Absolutely. Wikip says, I have metal on now and I have your stream. Oh, metal. Okay. Kind of reminds me, there is this metal version of Three Little Pigs from, I think, yeah, from the 90s. I mean, now that's that in my head. Oh, little pig, let me in. That video clip is stop motion. It's actually really good. I'm going to look this up and later on link it in my Discord. And Rain continues with it has crystallized sugar on top. My gosh, my diabetes. Oh my god, my diabetes is flaring up. Yeah. Alright, getting everything in position and we are going to draw. Jolt says, Three Little Pigs by Green Jelly. Yes! That's the one. That's the one. Kimberly says, I think the Three Little Pigs are friends with Red Riding Hood because they share the same wolf, which is the bad guy. There have been attempts to actually make them all in one universe. I mean, you got the Grim Tales, of course, but there's one series that I've watched in the past. It's called The 10th Kingdom, which combines everything beautifully. They have all the fairy tales combined, but of course, their time runs parallel to ours. It's a separate universe. And when they go back in modern time, the time has passed for the same amount in that fairy tale universe, and it is very interestingly done. I haven't seen it for the longest of times, but I remember starting the DVD and we just kept on binging the entire series. We started to watch while it was daylight and we stopped the watch while it was daylight. It was insanity. Here we go. We got the 3 Meerkats. And of course, the one in the middle, the one that Adi gave to me. Fowler the Rooster, good evening, and good evening to you. And Truck, hello, hello, good evening to you too. Tani says, I'm pretty sure if you called crème brûlée a pudding, you got the entirety of France coming for you. Well, trust me, you got that if you do something slightly. If you mess with the French kitchen, you mess with the French. Kimberly says, Snow White is also a favorite because she's a kind-hearted princess. What's interesting is that she is Disney's first princess to be in an animated movie. Yes, in the 30s. And that is one of the Disney Snow White is truly, well, one of the most revolutionary animated movies in the history of animation. It was the first full-length animated movie. Speaking of shows, says Jolt, Does anyone remember the 7D? I remember something about that. And Rain says, although you need a burner to make it, yeah, for the caramel sugar. Rain says, would you like to be invited over when I make something delicious? Well, you're using my cravings for food against me. Well, I don't mind. Nani says, I'm totally going to be responsible about playing Baldur's Gate. That did not last long whatsoever. Oh gosh, Baldur's Gate, I'm not starting with that. Kimberly says, the seven dwarves are like Snow White's children. She takes good care of their home and themselves. Yeah, I mean, the dwarves, they took Snow White in an hour of need. And that act of kindness, it really shows that an act of kindness goes a long way. And do note that, I mean, it's it's a good friendship that goes both ways. They both care for each other. And this is also one of the things why where I was a little bit surprised about with the whole Hannah Baloo with the Snow White live action, where they were dissing the dwarves. The dwarves are a wonderful role model. Of course, it's from the 30s and everything. And yes, it's a little bit stereotypical, but they really have their heart on the right place. And there are in no way, at least from what I know, and also with a couple of little people that I know I've spoken to, not offensive at all. They're very good stereotypes. Don't have to be bad. Rain says, maybe I'll make something tasty again to share at the next Dutch Comic Con. I wonder what would be a good idea for the winter edition. Well, you can try something chocolate, at least that won't melt. Hands always are, or paws, they're always a little bit tricky, so I'm trying to do it really good now. Because we're drawing a possum, and the possum is really going like, I want that cheese! And the crow is holding that like, no you're not. Hey, hello Mino! Welcome, welcome! Friendship bread is an idea offered by Vita Cordes. It's an incredibly delicious bread, however it takes a long time to get the dough going. However, once you get the dough, you can easily make more of it. So people often share the bread and the dough with others, hence the name Friendship Bread. Interesting. Unmoved Grotto, hello, hello, hello. And Rain, yeah, it's the online jumping game, as in the little stream avatars. You catch the little star. Jolt says, actors willingly wanted to star in the live-action movie. The director wouldn't allow them because they thought it would be offensive. Yeah, that would be Peter Dinklage, who raised his voice regarding that it would be offensive to little people. However, a lot of people from the little people community, which is, well, I believe the right name to call it. If not, please feel free to correct me. But let's say a lot of people of the tiny complexion did not agree with him on that stance. Diamond sparkle makes the jewels look perfect for necklaces, rings, bracelets, earrings, and a tiara for Snow White. Absolutely. Also, Unmoved Grotto raises a very good point. Second to last week for Art Fight. I have to proper do an art fight. I have to register for it. I promised that last time. Mino, Tani, by all means, kick my butt. Let's do the next stream an art fight. I am the annoying boomer. Let's do it properly. Let's because I want to do it. It's a fun idea. Evolver, nice tunes again, like you said it would be. Enjoy the evening all. Thank you very much, Evolver, for dropping by. Much appreciated. And thanks for the sub.
Stay with me if you want.
Hey Adi, welcome, welcome. Oh, and I'm sorry, Mino, that you got disrupted with all the construction work. That really sucks. That really works on Kimberly says, I also got new pins at Disneyland for their 70th anniversary. Also, did you know about Disneyland? When Walt was going to plan for his park, for his amazing list, what became, well, those amazing Disney parks, he scoured the world for inspiration. And one of the main pieces of inspiration was the Dutch theme park of Efteling. He actually visited the Efteling with his notebook, took notes, and to see what the Efteling was about and how it functioned. I mean, there is an entire science, there is so much thought behind the construction of Disneyland from the very, very start. From the distance of the trash cans to how the lines are working, everything is 100% engineered. It is... I mean, I do have my gripes with Disney. I mean, I've worked there for a while, so I got plenty of things from that to say. But the parks are engineering marvel. Absolutely. Kimberly says, oh, by the way, Thabo, the plush you saw was Chucky Chicken, which was by the animator slash voice actor Michael Cook. He's a great friend of mine. Oh, that's cool. Michael Cook. Sorry, Cook. My apologies. My eyes are a little bit higher. That is really awesome. Axel the Yellow Wolf, hello. Tani says, fun fact, there is a theme park being built real near me and where the theming is done by the same person that works for the Efteling, based on the Bommel comics. Okay. Oh. They have to make yeah. Oh gosh. I want to go there when it's done. I so want to go there. Bommel is a very, very popular Dutch comic. And also some animations are based on it. Some animations were made from it. Especially Zwelgje, als je begrijpt wat ik bedoel. I got the DVD downstairs. But yeah, recently I also have been looking at some videos regarding the songs of the classics. You know, the 70s, 80s, and 90s period of the Disney movies. And what the main difference is between the live action remakes and the original animations they have been based on. And the thing is that the original animations, they had the songs and they built the story around it. And now they are having the story and they put in the songs as an afterthought. And you show that it really is shown with more original projects like Wish. And it really, I would prefer that they do it the other way around again. Now, of course, this is just my honest opinion. And if you like to say different, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, the songs are like, this is a pop song, a generic pop song that fits as a standalone song. It's not part of the story. With the old Disney soundtracks, for example, let's say The Lion King. If you put in The Lion King and listen to the songs in the right order, you have the entire story in front of you. And that really, really, really is awesome. That is one of the things why I love the original animations. And yes, I am a sucker for the original Lion King. And Adi, I am so happy you're doing well. Vita says, I never realized how that's being used. That is the thing. For example, if you ask anyone who has seen the older movies, most of the people, for example, with The Princess and the Frog, everybody can instantly hum the songs, like Friends on the Other Side, or with The Lion King, I Just Can't Wait to Be King, or the Be Careful What You Wish For song, so to speak, or Be Prepared. It is, people can remember the songs. They really do. And when I asked from, hey, have you seen Wish? Yes. Can you sing one of the songs? Or can you hum it? Nope. Or the characters they don't remember. Encanto is, I mean, we don't talk about Bruno. Bangers like that, or the one where the strong sister is singing. I mean, that song, it slaps. As for Has-Been Hotel, unfortunately due to the insane pacing in the beginning, they only have one season. It really suffers, but I'm really looking forward how they're doing it with the next season, since they got a contract for 3 seasons. So the pacing problem should be resolved, which was my main gripe with it. But yeah, the songs, especially the song with from Radio Demon. Oh, I get goosebumps from that. Joel Jackalope says, I have a huge playlist of furry and intro related songs here on YouTube. Do post it on my Discord channel. By all means, I'd love to hear it. And Kimberly says, Fantasia 2000 is a great movie. I've been at the premiere. I've seen it in IMAX. And my gosh, it was good. But the original Fantasia is also quite nice. Which almost drove, because the experimental risk that Fantasia stood for, but also the the risk they took with Fantasia 2000. Projects like that, unfortunately, you don't see with Disney anymore. They don't like to take risks anymore. Well, right now they have pretty much, dare I say it, all the money in the world. They can take a risk. They can, for example, go for some experimental movies and try to, you know, create something outside of the mold. For every remake, sorry, for every remake, you can have one experimental movie. Barcode, hello to you as well. Paulor, most live action remakes are bad and soulless, so watered down from the original that they might as well not have made it. Yeah, like I said, with the songs, it's hollow. And Shifukatoy from TikTok, hello to you as well. Nice to see you here, much appreciated. Kimberly says, I also like The Brave Little Tailor, another fairy tale that Mickey Mouse was in a long time ago with his sweetheart, Princess Minnie. Yeah, that one never got that much attention, but I remember it. I do. Tani, the original Fantasia was my entire childhood, and the original was the best. Night on the Bald Mountain. Gave Tiny Me nightmares. Oh dear. Joel says, I have the playlist set on public. Does that mean people can find it on YouTube by typing in my username? Yes, they can. But there's also a whole bunch here on Twitch. And I don't want to, you know, let them go. Fowler, look at Elio. It has so much potential, but they went down the safe route and took out quite a bit that in my opinion would have made it good. Yeah, I know about the whole thing, about the color coding, about how they chop bits up from Elio. It could have been so much more. If there's one thing that I find sad about Elio, it's the wasted potential. And yes, the queer teams, let's not ignore that bit. That's what they cut out, but that is also one of the reasons why they cut out Beakley's dress from Lilo and Stitch. I mean, poor Beakley, they did do him dirty even, but Jamba was, oh gosh, no.
We just can't pretend. This love thing can take time. 3 times then I'm in. I heard through the grapevines.
Tani says, very satisfying to see how successful K-pop Demon Hunters has been so far, showing Disney how it's done. Yeah, and for the people who love animation, I can wholeheartedly recommend K-pop Demon Hunters. I've seen it. You don't need to be a K-pop buff to appreciate it. It's in generally very, very nicely done.
Let me be your parachute.
I hope Pixar's new next movie Hoppers will be good. It will be directed by the creator of We Bare Bears. Oh, that is a good sign. Also, I am really looking forward to Kato. Pixar's Kato. I mean, the little bits that we've seen so far, I really love the fresh art style from that.
Forever, and no matter the ups and downs, I'll be right here by your side. I'll be right here by your side forever. Yeah.
Pita says there is also this animated Disney movie coming that was supposed to tell the story about a girl who wants to become a boy. However, Disney is now paddling back, and the story is about a kid who plays baseball that wants to shift to softball instead. Aww, it's just dreadfully bland and stupid. The thing is, there are, whether you like it or not, a lot of people that are in the younger generations that are indeed questioning this. This is a part of the journey to become who you are, and that is their journey. And I think that these kind of stories definitely should have a place there. And of course, what people say, not everything should be about it. That's perfectly fine. There are still plenty of wonderful stories featuring the themes of yore. But I mean, it's not about removing chairs from the table. No, adding chairs, bigger audience, more versions. That's all cool.
Baby, don't you ever be afraid to fall in love with me. Let me be your parachute. Parachute. One time out of 10, 6 past 7, 8, 9.
Tani says, also was super excited to find out that Ponycon Holland's charity this year is Transvisie, which I will definitely contribute something to the charity auction. That's really cool. It's a little bit, I need to work a little bit on the perspective here. Kimberly says, Mulan is another fairy tale that I like the most. Oh, Mulan. Yeah, absolutely. One of the big things is that the moment when they're singing and when they arrive at the burned down, the ransacked village, that is one of the strongest scenes from that animation. And yeah, it's Mulan definitely has its moments, absolutely. And I've seen it in the cinema as well. Mulan is definitely up there. Mino says, since K-pop Demon Hunters was mentioned before, I really love the movie. I've seen it 3 times since release. Yes, and I remember last weekend when we were getting some ice cream, it was playing over the radio. That was really nice. That was a nice touch. I do like that the songs are getting some airtime outside of the the animation fandom. It's always a little bit tricky to draw with perspective, but I'm trying. I also quite, Tani says, I also quite like how much anime there is on Netflix. They now have weekly releases rather than having it all released in one go. Dad and I have been enjoying Sakamoto Days and Dandadan. I've heard things about Dandadan and I have to check it out by all means. Ah yeah, one button broke down. King Golden Hedgehog, hello, hello! I'm doing absolutely fine. Currently drawing something based on a fairy tale. And you're doing great on the artwork, you say. Thank you! And a big hug to you as well. Kimberly says, what I like most about Mulan is that the story shows how Chinese or Asian culture is supposed to look like because how beautiful the world is. Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of the things that the live action remake got completely wrong. There was at one point a very lovely lady that is from China that explained every little bit on how incredibly offensive and wrong the live action was compared to the animated version. The animated version was actually quite popular in China. And Light Nympha, thank you very much for the subscription. For 27 months, currently on the 26-month streak, and you say it's almost a year? It's 27 months. I'm not sure what year you're talking, but definitely not Earth years. Wherever you studied for your maths, my dear friends, my guy, ask for a refund. Tani says regarding the Mulan bit, yeah, she started her entire YouTube channel for that. And now that channel is doing pretty darn well, and she deserves it. I only know the initial movie, the video about Mulan, and she did really, really good. Light Nympha says, check your glasses, Thabo. I thought you'd see a joke. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I am just stupid. Let's chalk it on that, okay? Kimberly found an adapter for their phone. That's cool. And Joel says, I'm really bad at drawing bird wings. Well, so am I. That makes two of us. But you gotta try. Barcode says the streaming is running a lot better than last time. Yes, indeed. Well, last time that was indeed a little problem with my ISP. KPN had a issue when it came down to bandwidth. Kimberly says, Rapunzel is also another fairy tale, is a favorite too because of the princess has a way of making her hair look beautiful, like braided or longer. Yes, well, and the thought behind Rapunzel is very good too. King Golden Hedgehog says, I'm still keeping on drawing some pictures in my sketchbook. That's cool. Keep on being creative. Absolutely. Barcode says een bandbreedteplak setje. Yeah, that's a Dutch pun. I like it. Bandwidth. Band in Dutch also means tire. So bandwidth, tire width, reparation, tire repair set. Yeah. Because repair is reparatie in Dutch, hence why I make a blurb when it comes down to the English language. Kimberly says, I should probably draw my persona Rodney Rat in a fairy tale alongside you, Thabo. Oh, that would be sweet. I would love that. Now, what kind of fairy tale would that be? Because there's so many to choose from. And, I mean, of course, a lot of the fairy tales from Disney are from Grimm. But there are so many others. Jolt says, great perspective in the drawing. Thank you. It really, I am trying to push my limits here. My little boundaries. And so far, it seems to work out just fine. Yes, Adi says the kaas oranje en geel, the cheese orange and yellow. Yes, absolutely. And this is one of the things though. When I go abroad, I bring cheese. With the exception of the last time when I went to England, because cheese was completely outlawed there. Cheese import is completely outlawed at this moment because of a certain virus outbreak. So we went to England without cheese. Which made me sad. I always like to bring the cheese. Mino says that's because our cheese is too good they get addicted. Well, I mean, I always love to make people happy with the different cheeses that I have and that I bring. Jolt says, I like garlic cheese. Oh, garlic cheese. Nom, absolutely. Liaman Brooks, hello. And hello to you as well. And we have a new follower, Emily VTuber23. My dear moderators, this is a very suspicious YouTube number. Let's see who this Emily is. Hello, Emily. Be sure to say something. One moment. Sorry about that. Wait a minute. This is not good. Yeah, there you go. Music is restarted. Lightninfa says they left the chat. That's not suspicious at all. No, not at all. Uh-huh. Kimberly says, I'm actually wearing a 101 Dalmatians shirt because I like the movie and I love the dogs. Ah, the original animation. Yeah, that's really cool. Let's see, just one moment. I need to restart my avatar. There you go. That works again. Sorry, someone called me and my entire computer system then switches to my phone. Sorry about that. Hey, Voltrot! Welcome, welcome! And a wave to you as well. Kimberly and Alam are vibing on the music. And Chirut, hello! Hello to you as well. Yeah, I always choose the songs on my stream to be a little bit relaxed and vibey, you know, a little bit uplifting. Gonna fill in those little leaves later on. I see that they are indeed wrong, but we will fix that. Kimberly says, the colors on the characters look amazingly beautiful, Thabo. It looks extremely good, says Jolt. One of your best work so far. Oh, thank you. Really? Oh, gosh. Yeah, I was a little bit... let's just say it was a challenge. But yeah, I really like it that it's positively being positively received. Oh. Vita says, nah, the best one is Vita sailing a boat through the woods, but this one is very good indeed. Oh, thank you. I remember that one. And Alam says, I absolutely love this artwork. 10 out of 10. Love it. Love the colorful and background art. Oh, thank you. I am inclined to actually leave the character completely with black outlines to make it stand out in the forest. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Also, besides the upcoming art fight, I will most likely have to find challengers and things like that. I will post about that on my Discord chat. Tani says, okay, I have to go to. Have a wonderful rest of the stream. Thank you very much for staying with us all this time, and your visit is greatly appreciated. Have fun. Have a good one. Oof. Michael Morrison. Sorry for being late. I must have washed my hand after I used the bathroom. Okay, that is indeed. Barcode says your bathroom visits are that long. Well, no, could be stomach problems. However, don't go into detail about that. Let's keep it a family-friendly chat, shall we? No barcode, no details. We're not gonna do that. Michael says, time for me to go. Bye-bye. Well, bye to you as well. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good one. And no worries, Kimberly. Mino is here, and we're going to keep this chat family friendly. So don't worry about that. That's why Mino is here. And she is an absolute darling when it comes down to that. And she is very strict when it has to. There we go! And of course, one little bit to absolutely make it all complete. There we go. And we got ourselves a wonderful picture for the Conferor art book, that lovely convention in Mexico. I really like how this came out. And it's also almost 10 o'clock, I see. So this is perfectly timed. I like this so far. For our friends on the Twitch side, it is time to decide who are we going to read. And have a good one, Ari. It was amazing. Have fun and thank you for dropping by. Well, as for our friends on the YouTube side of things, thank you very much for dropping by. And next week we're going to see if I got that art fight ready, because I really want to join that as well. And Ari, thank you for the wonderful compliments. As for the rate, we're going for Aurin Gaming, our good friend there. We're dropping by. I mean, it's a small channel, but we're definitely are going to visit that, and that is so much appreciated there. And big hugs to Kimberly. I hope your evening will be fine though. It was wonderful to have you here. Let's remember the good times.